main turntables tomorrow night in the mix on the Essential Mix between 1 and 3. I'm ready. I hope you are too. Have yourself a most splendid weekend. Stand by for John Peel.
You've been listening to the Essential Selection, the best dance music for the weekend, Friday nights on 1FM.
Thanks very much, Pete. Top Flight Entertainment. During their first record, I managed to eat about half a pizza, which is quite an achievement. It won't do me much good in the long run, I suspect, from the Scrummy Yummy Food Company, whose motto is visit Scrummy and treat your tummy to something yummy. Isn't that good? I wish I'd thought of that. That's Remark and Sound Murderer, and tonight's programme comes to you from Glasgow. I'm tempted to say I've forgotten why exactly it does. I mean, obviously it's a great pleasure to be here and so forth, but in fact it's because we're several months late for Sound City, and also at lunchtime today I had to go down and give a bit of a talk to a group of people in a sort of cinema theatre in Glasgow as well. This is the first of tonight's bands, American band's import single, a band with a silly name. This is Dancing French Liberals of 48. They used to be the Gits, their singer died, alas, and now they're the Dancing French Liberals of 48. Logical, really, and that's a single on Revenge Records, produced by Jack Endino, and called Spags. And needless to say, being in Glasgow, I've been out shopping. I mean, obviously what you're supposed to do is go to the art galleries, and in Glasgow particularly go and admire the architecture, and I've spotted some of this as I wandered from record shop to record shop. But one of the things that I picked up in the course of the day is a double EP, in the Crazed and Confused, it's called, and this comes from Fierce Panda Records. 6 slabs of adolescent lunacy, it says, and this is one of them. It's by Ash.
Who's that boy with the honey face? Looks like he should be sedated. He's all smashed and grabbing his Eddie's tag, all wound up and agitated. And I bet he's not a real punk boy. I bet he's not a real punk boy. I bet he's not a real punk boy. Does your heart go boom when he walks in the room? The rain clouds scatter and fall. Do you feel yourself sigh when he passes you by? To grow 100 feet tall, to go bang, shang, around. Every time you see
That's Ash and their contribution to the double 7-inch EP called Crazed and Confused on Fierce Panda Records. The other tracks by Credit to the Nation, Supergrass, Noise Addict, Gorky Psychotic Monkey and Tribute to Nothing. That one was as good, I'd have said, as their Jack Names the Planets. And tonight's sessions come from the Nectarine No. 9 and acoustics, AC Acoustics. We'll be hearing the latter later on, but this is from Nectarine No. 9, Couldn't Phone Potatoes.
Jaggy went off for a smoke and a shave and other things all right, children. He won't hurt you.
Maniac.
This is a 12-inch from Say Brett's, and it's by Sapiano. It could be called Maniac, or it could be called Hard But Very, Very Unfair. It's difficult to tell, actually, from the press release that accompanies it, amusing though it is. AC Acoustics are playing at this very moment in Perth at a venue called Belly, credibly, Twatums. I'll give you more dates that they're doing, all of them in Scotland, in just a moment. This is the first from them, though, which is called King Dick. It's the Acoustics in session, and that's called King Dick. More from them later in the programme. And I drove up from home yesterday to Glasgow because I'm terrified of flying, and also because I wanted to listen to a lot of kind of local radio stations as I went, because I wanted to write a piece about it for the Radio Times. That's the kind of, you know, everything you turn to your advantage. And I heard an awful lot of appalling radio, it must be said, and I was in a very depressed mood when I got up here because the other people in our party hadn't turned up, so I was wandering lonely as a cloud down the street at the end of our road, as it were. And I was picked up by Al and Marika, who took me around to a pub for a couple of beers, and I was extremely grateful to them for doing that, so my thanks to them, because I know they're listening. This is Ricky General.
Me say, me gun no giant church. Boy, you woke up in a me gun, you make a reverse. Original bad boy, you talk. Original dark art. Look, Ricky General again. Me look and tell them me gun no giant church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gun no giant church. You make a little fool them and tell them, listen. Me first name a Taros, second name it a Glock, third a Magnum. People a go get shot. Me no smile, me no laugh, and me a bust up a shot, shot, multiply, and shot a subtract. Shot equal up a tear dead man. That think all I have the valley man them bound. Think all I have the junglist man bound. Think all I have the Maxfield man bound. Think all I have the Southside man bound. Think all I have the Tel Aviv man bound. Think all I have the Portmore man bound. Me say me look and tell them me gonna giant church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. You better come up for the train line. Listen. Just like a pastor, I walk with the Bible. I saw the general walk with the rifle. Me no smile, me no laugh. When me a kill people, eagle in me hand, and me a go murder something 45 in me hand. 45 empty, load up the gun and shot people plenty. Shot no talk, me say head shot kill. Little fool, me say just write your will. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. You me look at the squatters, them and tell them this. Just the other day, me a make a little chat. Have a boy down the road, me say him me a go shot. He's out, me gonna wear them call name the Glock. Peep round the corner and tease two shot. One of the shop round, they go cool off like that. I see a cool red stripe and a cool and relax. Shot his off back and lick down the man flat. When the man drop up on him head back, lick out him head back and spray him eyelashes. So then get fi know say that me no funny idiot. Me look and tell them me gonna join church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. Fool no come up on my train line. Listen. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna giant church. You better watch me, I know your papa. Me first name a Taros, second name it a Glock, third a Magnum. People a go get shot. Me no smile, me no laugh, and me a bust up a shot, multiply, and shot a subtract, shot equal up a tear dead man. Think all I ask the valley man them bound. Think all I ask the 110 man bound. Think all I ask the Portmore man bound. Think all I ask the junglist man bound. Think all I ask the Tel Aviv man bound. Think all I ask the arcade man bound. Me say me look and tell them me gonna join church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna join church. Me look at them and tell them, you hear me? Just like a pastor, I walk with the Bible. I saw the general walk with the rifle. Me no laugh, me no smile. When me a kill people, desert, hear me answer that a serious something. 45 in me hand, 45 empty. Load back the gun and kill people plenty. Me look and tell them me gonna join church. When me fire shot, boy, that no reverse. Me look and tell them me gonna join church. You must a fool. Look. Me first name a Taros, second name it a Glock, third a Magnum. People a go get shot. Me no smile, me no laugh, when me a bust up a shot, multiply, and shot a subtract. Shot equal up a pure dead man. That think all I ask the valley man them bound.
Pre-release on Scorpio Records. This is Ricky General, and the track's called Gunner Join Church. It's 10:30 on 24 Hour 1FM, and Catherine Mitchell has the news.
Britain and America are sending ships to the Gulf to see off a threat from Iraqi forces moving towards Kuwait. 20,000 troops and hundreds of Iraqi tanks are headed for the border. In response, Britain's sending a frigate, HMS Cornwall, to join its patrol in the region. The United States is sending an aircraft carrier. President Clinton says he's taking all necessary precautions.
Iraq should not be able to intimidate the United Nations Security Council and the UN mission there. They should not be misled into thinking that they can repeat the mistakes of the past.
Police in Switzerland have issued warrants for the arrest of the leaders of the Order of the Solar Temple religious cult, which has been linked to 53 deaths in Canada and Switzerland. It's been confirmed that 3 of the victims found in Canada include a British woman, her husband and their baby. The Ulster Unionist leader James Molyneux has praised the Prime Minister for, as he put it, avoiding every trap contained in the so-called IRA peace process. Speaking in County Down, he said John Major had been correct in insisting that he'd only respond to actions. The Labour conference in Blackpool has ended with a message that the party was heading for government. The Labour deputy leader John Prescott sent activists home with a rallying call for a mass membership drive to bring the total membership to 500,000. Sainsbury's is warning shoppers that 4 blades have been found in items of food at a store in Stockport. The chain says no other stores have been affected. David Campanale reports.
The store says the blades were found in 2 bananas, an apple and a Swiss roll. They've put a notice at the entrance to the shop warning customers to be on the lookout. A statement from Sainsbury's says that, like other supermarket chains, it occasionally receives threats from antisocial people. It's not known whether anyone was hurt in the incidents.
Millions of electric air fresheners made after 1993 are being recalled amid fears they could be a fire risk. The makers, Johnson Wax, said they'd had hundreds of complaints about Glade plug-in fresheners. The company stressed the recall was a precautionary measure. That's it. More news at 11:30.
What an excellent record that is. That's another one that I bought this afternoon here in Glasgow too from Missing Records, and it's on Skingraft Records of Chicago, but also I now see in London, Post Office Box 59 London, N22 1AR. In fact, that was Shorty, and I Prefer Nitwit is the title of the track, and it's on Fresh Breath Records, and a lot of things to recommend it. In addition to the music being first class, it's there's a little sticker in the inside that says all songs written on either a Sunday or a Wednesday. I think that's important, and also it's a new format to me in that it's a 10-inch record, but with the big hole in the middle of it that you get usually in sort of 7-inch 45. So that, of course, made it even more attractive, as you can imagine. This is Morph, a track from the double LP Stormwatch from New Electronica, and this is Apollon, whatever that may mean. Starts very quietly. That's called Athlon. I'm not quite sure what an Athlon is, whether it's a planet or a drug or the new Nissan. It's by Morph, though, from New Electronica Records and the LP Stormwatch. We haven't got any information at all about Nectarine No. 9 and their present activities, but I think we can say with some authority that they're not playing at Twatham's in Perth tonight. This is These Days.
I've been out walking. I don't do too much talking these days. These days I seem to think a lot about the things that I forgot to do. All the times I had the chance to. It's just that I've been losing so long. I sit on cornerstones and count the time in quarter tones to 10. Please don't confront me with my failures. I had not forgotten that.
little number there on Ipswich's foremost label, Certificate 18 Records, by Sounds of Life, actually, I think, and that's called Release the Bells. Before that, the little bit in the middle, the curious bit, was by Citrus, from an LP called Citrus Plant for Little Kids, and that was Cannonball Play. And then before that even, it was Nectarine No. 9 in session, and their version of Jackson Browne's These Days. Now we're back with AC Acoustics, also in session tonight, and this is Sister Grab Operator. That's AC Acoustics doing it to you in session. Sister Grab operator, the John Peel Wingding, coming to you tonight from Glasgow and tomorrow afternoon from Glasgow as well, as a matter of fact. And I've got a letter here from Paul Burnett. And as you know, the engines of these programmes grind exceeding slow. The letter was written actually on the 21st of June, I've just noticed, with a thrill of embarrassment and shame. But Paul writes to me from Didsbury, and he puts, Paul Burnett, no, not that one, ... He says, as people often do these days, don't listen to the show enough these days on social hours, but presume it's as good as ever. Well, we like to think so, Paul. He says, been doing a bit of work for, then he mentions a well-known off-licence chain lately, which led to a discussion on drinking songs. No, not Here We Go, etc., but songs about drink. This is where I need your help. Years ago, you played a song later covered by FSK, Drunk, by who? Originally, Jimmy, someone. Well, actually, it was Jimmy Liggins.
Drunk. 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 It's a mean old bottle they call moonshine. Red, red wine, so mellow and fine. Come home at night with a swimming in the head. Reach for the pillow, miss the whole darn bed. Drunk. 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 Gin is a drink so mellow and slow. Get a little taste and you want some more. Start out walking and just can't go. Reach for the knob, miss the whole darn door. Drunk. 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 It's a low-down dog life, spent on the bar. Dusk till dawn, then that's where you are. Out on a party, get groovy and tight. Come home and forget to kiss your baby goodnight. Drunk. 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 I keeps on drinking, takes all my gold. Every Monday morning my head is sore. Whiskey, gin, and wine so doggone fine. I'm gonna try you just one more time. Drunk. 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 Drunk.
Well, I hope you're pleased with that, Paul. I hope you're listening, as a matter of fact. That's Jimmy Liggins from, well, obviously quite some time ago, and Drunk. And I have to admit that I wasn't in perfect working order myself late last night, because we went out for an Indian meal here in Glasgow, and rather recklessly, in my view, ordered a carafe of the House Red. And it was one of those things, when it turned up at the table, you could tell it was like, I mean, it's a long time since I experienced it, but it was like communion wine. It has a very distinctive kind of smell, and you thought, a couple of glasses of this, and I'm going to have a terrible headache, and this was indeed the case. And as I say, it's been many years since I drank communion wine. In fact, I only went to communion about 3 times in my entire life. I was grievously disappointed with the whole process, because when I was confirmed as a lad, I genuinely believed, and I was a naive boy, and this was a different age in which we lived, you have to understand that, but I genuinely thought that when the Bishop of Lichfield, as it was, laid his hand on my rather unpleasant head, that there was going to be a really radical change that I'd be able to sense immediately. What I actually thought was going to happen is I was going to be able to see through young women's clothes, and when that didn't happen, I was very, very disappointed and really set my heart against established religion at that exact moment. Anyway, after Drunk, I suppose with a kind of ghastly logic, this is, I'm afraid, Pissed. And that's from the LP Spilling Blood Without Reason on Armed With Anger Records, and the track is called, as I say, Pissed. The band, well, I've been pronouncing them Voorhees because it looks kind of Dutch, and, well, I like saying Voorhees, and it makes me sound as though I'm a kind of pretty cultured kind of guy and travel overseas. But in fact, I phoned up Bradford on a totally different matter, and the person that I wanted to speak to wasn't there, but the bloke who answered the phone said, actually, he said, I'm a member of the band whose name you keep mispronouncing on the radio, and they do just pronounce it Voorhees. Which is how it's spelled, but that's rather disappointing. I think they should revert to or change it to Voorhees. Sounds much more exciting. This is Ortica. If anybody tells me that they pronounce it Orticree, I'm giving up. From the LP Amber, this is Autica, and the track's called Foil. As I mentioned earlier in the programme, I drove up from home yesterday to Glasgow, listening to radio stations as I went, and I used as a kind of guide. I listened to them until they played that Cyndi Lauper record, and then as soon as they played that, I changed to a different station, and I heard one or two quite good ones, actually, but by and large, everything was kind of synth drums and sort of the keyboard openings. You know, is it Elton John? No, not this time. A lot of that sort of thing. And the only time that I actually, as I was switching around on the dial, I picked up Radio 1 very briefly and got Steve Wright, and he was recommending that you watch his TV programme. Is it still tomorrow afternoon? It is tomorrow afternoon on BBC Television, and he was going on about this and telling everybody what was in it and what fun it was going to be and what a grand time they were going to have and everything. And I thought, hold on a second, that's when I'm on the radio. And so don't actually watch the Steve Wright programme at all, but listen to my radio programme, which is between 4:30 and 7 on Radio 1 FM, and will feature Teenage Fan Club with Frank Black, Glasgow's Young People Meet the Boston Pixie, it says here, and Shriek, excellent Glaswegian shouty punk pop trio. I'm really looking forward to that, and fascinating insights into the Glasgow music scene, and of course those all-important live football reports from Paul Campion of AC Acoustics in session tonight, and apparently one of these people is going to the first match that they've ever been to in all of their lives. I'm not going to tell you which one, but the report should be fairly fascinating. Also David Belcher, music critic of the Glasgow Herald, and John Williamson of Sound City, going to, as far as I know, 3 different matches. It'd be embarrassing if they all go to the same one, but on the other hand, be able to make a useful comparative judgment. And then before my programme, of course, on Radio 1 FM, not on television at all, it's the Andy Kershaw programme between 2 and 4:30, and he's got a session from the Savoie Douce Cajun Band in concert, classic Louisiana Cajun music from Mark and Anne Savoy, with Michael Douce, as you might imagine, recorded at the South Bank's recent America South concert season. And Youssou N'Dour, Senegalese superstar and associate of Peter Gabriel and Nena Cherry, but we won't hold that against him, is going to be performing live. Just kidding. We'll be performing live with his band in the studio. I think I've talked far too much, actually, now. This is another track from that EP, Crazed and Confused, and this one's by Supergrass. It's called Caused by the Fuzz.
If only my brother could be here.
Those are the Avantis. Boss, I think, is how we describe that, and Wax 'Em Down. That sort of effect on it was, I suppose, supposed to be the effect of somebody actually waxing a surfboard, although it sounded as though they were sawing it in half, and that comes from an LP also called Wax 'Em Down. Before that, it was Supergrass from the double 7-inch on Fierce Panda, Crazed and Confused, and a little tune they call Caught by the Fuzz, and so shall we. This is Nectarine number 9 in session, and the track's called This Hole's Been Burned Too Many Times Before. A version of this came out as a single, of course, recently.
It's been
Nectarine number 9 in session, and as I said, we have no information about their present activities, but I hope that they're well and happy. And a birthday card, actually, from Christopher Clement, and seeing as my birthday is back in August, this is another one that's taken me a while to get around to reacting to. And he says, enjoyed hearing that Zodiac Cosmic Sounds LP again after all of these years. Another one to dig out is that LP by Nanda Shankar, the one that features cover versions of Jumping Jack Flash and Light My Fire. Well, I have to admit that I'd forgotten about it, if I indeed had ever heard it in the first place, but it is worth hearing, well, once anyway. Thank you, Christopher. sound of young Cumbernauld, as I understand it, hard trance from an EP called Extraordinary. Before that, it was Ananda Shankar, and about as much as we deserved of his version of Jumping Jack Flash. It's 11:30 on 24 Hour 1FM, and Catherine Mitchell has the news.
President Clinton has put American troops on alert for possible duty in Kuwait after the Iraqis moved 20,000 troops and hundreds of tanks towards the Kuwaiti border. He's told Baghdad not to think about repeating the mistakes of the past. Gavin Esler in Washington says the problem for US strategists is the unpredictability of the Iraqi leader.
Saddam Hussein, in order to make him move, you sometimes have to show him where the brink is, but the problem is that he often miscalculates, and that's why he gets into all these problems. So that's what makes it so dangerous, even though the assumption is this is more likely to be bluster than a serious kind of build-up for a military attack.
The Somerset woman who sparked a major police hunt after she went missing over a week ago has turned up safe and well. Police say she left home of her own accord. Chaz Geiger reports.
Alison Radley disappeared after taking her daughter to the school bus 9 days ago. Detectives feared she'd been murdered after the legal secretary's car was found burnt out and blood spots discovered in her home. They later released details of how an unknown man had tried to get hold of her phone number and how they'd found 2 half-made cups of coffee in her kitchen. Police aren't revealing why she left home. They say the case is now closed.
Millions of electric air fresheners made after 1993 are being recalled amid fears they could be a fire risk. The manufacturers, Johnson Wax, said they'd had hundreds of complaints about Glade plug-in fresheners. The company stressed the recall was a precautionary measure. Italian MPs have been banned from taking mobile phone calls during debates. The frequent jingling of the phones jangled the nerves of the Speaker, Irene Pivetti, who ordered a ban from Monday. She said the constant electronic chat showed no respect for the dignity of the Chamber of Deputies. And police in Suffolk are hunting DIY jokers who wallpapered a woman's car. The L-registered white Ford Escort parked in Bury St Edmunds had been covered in paste and then completely papered over. That's it. More at 12:30.
Ah, there we go. Sorry, I thought nothing was going to happen. Thank you, Catherine. And that's by Rust. The track's called Worn, and it comes from an EP called the Numbskull EP. And that was out on Mental Block Records from Medwin Street, Glasgow. And the press release says, in part, Rust are unlike anything else you ever heard coming out of Glasgow, and this debut 5-track EP has already received airplay on Radio Scotland's highly acclaimed Beat Patrol.